Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Hello there. KH Carol, how are you? Caroline, thank you for being with me on tonight. Hello, Terivia. God bless you. Thank you for being with me. LSU Tiger Girl. Thank you for being with me. Good evening, everyone. I promise you that I will come back from the time that we were together on our last video. Hello there, Jesus girl. How are you? I am doing wonderful, doing wonderful. I am so glad you're with me. We're going to do the continuum of the holiday Hoover. It was so awesome the last time when we were live. I just love it. Everybody feedback was glorious. Bobby, how are you, Bobby? Super empath. Hello there, super empath. You know I'm a woman that loves super empath, being one myself. God bless you. Thank you for joining me. We got our sisters, our family that are on board. It's going to be amazing, the things that come out tonight, especially when the holiday Hoover. I mean, it is hot during this season. The narcissist is at his finest, but so are we, especially those of us who have experienced the narcissist and know their game plan. They can't get anything over on us. Hello, Bobby said, God bless you. And yes, we are sisters. Absolutely, absolutely. And I love it. I love our experience. It's very unique. I love the way we undergird each other. It's very unique because of our unique experience. And we're going to talk about the Hoovers that come during the holiday. The number one holiday that Hoovers come is usually around Christmas, Valentine's, and Mother's Day, especially the narcissists who single in on those single mothers. They love it when the mothers are needing someone for their children. They're lonely. And then Christmas time is family. You know, you want to be with someone to share those special holidays. So the narcissist is pretty busy during this time. And usually, if they don't hoover any other time, they know that they can get the maximum effectiveness during this time, because this time you want to gather. With COVID-19, it's been different. We have to be creative because we have social distancing and we cannot do a large gathering. But that doesn't stop the narcissist. Hello, Elizabeth. How are you? C. Thomas. God bless you. Thank you for being with us. We are talking about the holiday Hoover. And I know some of you have experienced that or are experiencing that. And the holiday Hoover is primal for the narcissist, because the narcissists think the environment, just a period of time, get you ready for them. So they are dependent on you, longing for them, being lonely. And Aaron said, hello, Helen. Your knowledge has helped me so much. Being 6 months with no contact, I'm feeling better as each day passed. Thank you so much. Oh, if you were here, Aaron, I'll give you a great big hug. That makes me feel so good. And you know, usually when you're away from the narcissist, you start coming back to yourself. The fog start leaving, your mind start gathering together. I'm getting ready to do a video on the perception, how the narcissist affects your perception and changes your perception. It's a very intense video because many of you have went to that point, and it's the point where you have to bounce back or you lose it because your reality is being altered by the narcissist. She said, your words are what keeps me strong. She said, I keep hearing you say no contact. That's the only way that you can get out. If you keep breaking that, you can, each time you go back. Have you noticed that the Hoover, anytime they Hoover you and you go back, the Hoover gets stronger, but you get weaker and they get meaner. Every single time they get more hostile, they get more violent, they have more disrespect. The love bombing gets shorter and shorter and shorter, because when the narcissists keep winning you back, then the narcissist soon lose respect, because it's like an animal a hunter that is hunting an animal. What makes that game so wonderful is the input, what it took to capture that prey. And so the narcissist prize it. And sometimes the narcissist train you to the point where the Hoovers get easier and easier, because you soon find yourself not able to do without that narcissist. All of this is intentional. All of this is training. What the narcissists do, the Lord narcissists may not be aware of themselves yet. But by the time they start coming to the mid narcissists, the higher upper mid narcissists, they know what they're doing. They had enough time to do it. The cerebral narcissists usually isolate themselves, and they get their prey with intelligence, and they're less somatic. They really don't care about how you look and how you are. The only way the narcissists don't care about that is they start downgrading. And there is a few where the narcissist would downgrade and let you see that they downgrade, so you will feel that you're nothing. And so when the narcissists hoover you, the narcissists, they're distance hoover. They're golden hoovers, they're bronze hoovers, they're silver hoover, they're steel hoover, and there's wood hoover. The wood hoover is when the narcissist don't put a lot of effort into it, because he thinks that he has you already, or she thinks that. And then when you start getting into the bronze and the steel, it's taking a little more effort, but not quite. You don't quite get the deluxe treatment. Then you got the silver hoover, and then he start to upgrade because it's taking a little bit more. And then you got your bronze your gold hoover. It's taking a lot more. It's taking maybe some gifts. It's taking a little more time. Taking a distant hoover. It's taking for him to back off and give you a time, because he done took you to so much, and she done took you through so much, until you are saying, hold off, I'm not going through what I went through. So you go into more convincing. Then you have the total hoover. The platinum is when they come in with the package deal, and I mean, they cry, they beg, they admit. You said, but the way you treat me, they say, yeah, I know I was out of my mind. I'm sorry that I treated you that way. I don't know why I did it. I didn't know what I have, but now I know what I have. And I mean, they put everything to will you in. And when you get that platinum hoover, they get in. The mask don't fall right away, because it took them some work to get you. And so now it's master deception. But anytime they pull out that platinum hoover, get ready for hell, get ready for hurricanes, get ready for tsunamis, get ready for F5 tornadoes. I mean, the wind that's getting ready to blow in your life, because the narcissist output had to be greater. Their time had to be greater. And remember, when the narcissist is doing a hoover, it takes concentration and focus to get you back on the hook. You are harder to get than someone that is a new supply that doesn't know the narcissist, because the narcissist mask have fallen off. So you are familiar with what you're getting. See, Thomas said, yes, I was Hoover and taken on a roller coaster. She said, then I felt worse than before. I tried to gray rock because of my daughter. She said, but it doesn't help, because he knows how to persist. She said, wow, it's all planned. Andrea, every bit of it is planned. When a narcissist tell you something, a lot of times they will tell off on themselves. Listen to them. They will tell you, everything I do is intentional. They'll tell you that it's intentional. I planned everything. And they'll tell you, I planned it. I planned our evening. I planned our lives. And I planned this moment. They planned it. They watched you. They observed you. Even former supply are already grafted. They're already molded. So the narcissists don't have to shape and work as hard, because the former supply is trying to get all of the indentations and all of the imprint that the narcissist has placed in their life. They're trying to beat those dents out and change the imprintation to redevelop their mind structure. And so when they hoover you, the hoover itself is telling you the plan in which the narcissist is operating. If you see the narcissist, they're putting a lot into you. They're calling you, they're texting you, you're getting flowers. They ask that you need anything. Is there a bill due? I mean, you platinum. I mean, you are the queen of the arts and the king of the arts. And I mean, they rub your feet, they take you out, they move the chair, they open the door, and what she does, she gets you a massage. She make you feel like you are $1,000,000. She make you feel that you're the king of the castle. You say something, she jumps as if she's getting ready to do it, and she treat your words as if they're gold, but in the back of her mind, she's waiting for any sign of weakness, any sign that you're actually joining into her collaboration. These are Hoovers. And Tamara said, I was Hoover. I just found out about the narcissist. He is covert. Oh, he is a covert. His wife of 12 years is an overt. And she had me looked up twice over a lie. And the first wife with the 6 kids. Oh my God. I mean, that is almost a drama scene right there. And you see how the narcissists work. The narcissists, some of them have been married 5 and 6 times. Anytime you get someone who's married 3 or 4 times, the common denominator is not the spouse that is added to the relationship. It's the individual. So when the narcissist is marrying over and over, they don't have any intentions of keeping the covenant. They are marrying you out of convenience. And sometimes it's a game. It's unfortunate, but your life, they're playing a game with your life, with your emotions, with your sanity. And if you don't take responsibility for your life and for your mind, that narcissist will play you right out of your mindset into a reality zone that only he or she knows. See Thomas say, yes, lots of attention until they drop you again. And after they get another supply. Absolutely. Exactly. The ex-narc was married 4 times. See, Kimberly, marriage has nothing. If you were ever married to a narcissist, it has no significance. The cerebral narcissist is different, because the cerebral narcissist will be with you. The cerebral narcissist, because sex don't turn them on, they have sex out of necessity, and they are mind oriented. And most cerebral narcissists, a lot of them won't even cheat. They'll be faithful because that's not their goal. Their goal, a cerebral narcissist will get a main supply. They will stay with their main supply because a lot of them are geekish. A lot of them is not what folk would look at. And so a lot of them are nerdish. So when they get a supply, they're overprotected of their supply because they finally got someone that will accept them as they are. But they take that supply through all kind of trauma. They isolate them. They devaluate them. How they devaluate with a cerebral is different. And I mean a total cerebral, because you can have the somatic who is cerebral. He's going to be different because he's about how he look, and he's about in the importance of the trophy, what he have on his hand. These are trophies, and everybody wants someone to see their trophies. And so when they are hoovering you based on how they are, the cerebral is going to hoover you different. The somatic is going to hoover you different. The sociopath, the psychopath, the malignant, the vulnerable narcissist is going to hoover you. And then you got one called the master narcissist. The master narcissist only look for subservient narcissists, the vulnerable narcissists. And I mean, they inflict pain in ways that is unimaginable. And this is what we call the master narcissist. The master narcissist is a very dominating force. It's not a person. They live by force. They live by power, and they eat it, they drink it 24/7. So when a master narcissist come after you to hoover you, there is power involved. They're impressing you with authority. They're impressing you with a power, but they are very, very, very dangerous. The master narcissist is usually a malignant narcissist, and they can be covert, but they are malignant, covert narcissists. These narcissists matriculate pain. Pain almost take them to cloud 35. They have to have a different level of pain. So you know when you have a master narcissist, because the infliction of torment, the infliction of pain is different, and the way they hoover you is different. And we have here, Bobby said, I am 45 years old. He said, been engaged 3 times. He said, but they all turn out to be various types of narcissists. He said, and been through so much with all of them. So I never would walk down the aisle with them. I walked out. You know what, Bobby? And it was probably the saving grace. You probably had a malignant narcissist, or you could, the master narcissist don't always have to be male guys. They can be female. That female dominant narcissist, and most of the time when you hear about the female dominant, and she is a matrix, and what she is a matrix, but she goes to mastery, and she is the one who like pain inflicted upon her, and she also like to inflict pain. This is the Dominique's. The Dominique's narcissist control, and the Dominique narcissist control her specimen. She can be bisexual. Most of them don't want to control women. Most of them want to control the male specimen, because the challenge is to bring a man down to his knees. And if they are bisexual, they usually like very aggressive, butch looking women. They don't want the feminine women. They'll crush them. They want that bush woman that rides the bike. They want that heavy set man that look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. They want him in his strength. They want him to look like strength. They want him to dominate, because the matrix who like to cause pain and to receive pain is a reciprocal, but she has to be in the dominating factor. So you have all of this going on with people who are trying to hoover you. And these people, in the depth of their being, that's who they are. And they have a mask. And if you are innocent, that doesn't mean anything. Innocence can be broken. If you're naive, naive can be broken. And this is why when you get those flags, now what we have to do, those of us who've been through it, who don't have the experience with the narcissist, we have to know those flags. Because even if you've been with a narcissist, the way those flags come, especially narcissists that are experienced, they try to go under the radar of your psychic, so you won't be able to pick them up. And then if you're an empath, you are highly sensitive. And most narcissists that mid-grade, that is a lower mid-grade and below, they don't even know how to deal with you. It starts the upper mid-grade and the greater narcissist. The greater narcissist is a dangerous narcissist. They got power. They usually have money. They have skill. They done had an entourage, a broken heart. If you can see their lives, there'll be streets and cities. I mean, those who can fly everywhere, and most of them can be multilingual. They can be very wealthy. They can be positionally astute. Their conversation element is awesome. They are very good conversationalists, and they are very, 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 very skilled in recognizing when you begin to break or when you go in. So we have to be smart. Be smart, because it may not be the same narcissist that come after you now. Sometimes we thinking the narcissist we had, they're the one going to hoover us. It can be a brand new narcissist looking for supply. And the narcissist try to pick up whether you've already start to be sculptured, where you already start to be molded, because you have a tendency to attract or give your attraction to the narcissist. You start bending when he's pulling you. You start bending in the love bombing stage, different than someone who never had a narcissist, who are ignorant of the narcissist. You got radars up, and then you have been how can I say, molded, so your vocabulary is different than someone who's never experienced a narcissist. Kimberly said, the narc asked me if I had been tortured enough. He told me he didn't even have to be around to know how I was feeling. This is definitely a spiritual battle. Exactly. And what they call that is thought fuel. The narcissists don't have to have physical fuel. When they get so good, they go on frequency, they go on waves, they go on vibes. And the narcissist, especially the mystique narcissist is dabbling in spiritualism, witchcraft. He may be a warlock, she may be a witch, and they always take something of yours, use something of yours, or put something in you and leave that with you. We can get very deep with that, and I just won't, because we're on social media. But the narcissist, what he leave part of himself with you, in your body, in your mouth, any place that he can grab a hold to it and use it when he's not there. And they get off on thought fuel, because they know you're thinking about them. And the better they are in bed, the better they are in sexing your mind and sexing your thoughts. Because a narcissist that spend time with a woman know that the woman is not intrigued in the bedroom. You win her in the living room, you win her in the kitchen. And then the women know to get you past the kitchen, to get you past the living room, and to put you in the bedroom, because men are very visual, and they are very visual. So she makes sure that she put enough in your eyes to stimulate your mind. And the man with the female goes after your emotions. So he put enough in your emotions that he will get into your imagination. And that those Hoovers is matriculating all of this, because if he get into your mind, he got the rest of your body. And then we have the Narc File says, focus on healing and freedom. She said, Rhonda, that's emotional control. Well, I miss what Rhonda say with me talking. Rhonda said, I told my ex he made me feel suicidal, and he told me to go ahead and do it. See, you're going to love this, what I do about perception. He's in your mind, and you're going to have to change the structure of your mind. You're going to have to outweigh his words in your mind by doing something when he's not there. When he's not there talking to you, that's why I am an advocate of self-addressing yourself, knowing what your issue are. If your issue is you grew up and you need a father figure, you're going to look for a strong man because you're looking for dad. If you grew up and you were rejection, you are looking for validation. If you grew up and you were abandonment, you're looking to be received. And so where you were and what you grow up without is what you are going to look for in the narcissist. And those narcissists whose skill is going to discover it. Most narcissists all narcissists want control, because there's a sense of entitlement. There are certain characteristics that a narcissist have that is going to verify that they have been diagnosed, or they are operating with MPD. And most of the narcissists, even the vulnerable narcissists, the malignant narcissists, they all have this trait, and they can be Chinese, black, African, they can be a Russian. They all seem to perform from the same book, and what they want is control. C. Thomas say, yes, I feel the same. He's into some form of witchcraft and knows what I am doing, and he's not around. See, those are demon agents that report. She said, being a super empath, I'm like a magnet. I've had a total of 5 different narcs in my life at some point. She said, but I haven't survived them all. But I have survived them all. Stay strong, sisters. And this is Bobby. You know what, Bobby? Now, that is a testimony. That is a real testament. And that shows, and I believe you when you say you're a super empath, because most empaths won't survive 5 knots. I mean, they are nutty by that time. But a super empath, you take them to a point and they will go supernova. Supernova comes out of them as a protection measure. It's just like if you were in danger, these survival skills rise up in you, and this adrenaline rise up in you. You could be cut. You don't even know you cut. You don't feel nothing. Your survival skill kicks in. It numbs all of your pain, and you start to operate. A super empath, when you take them to the edge and you don't back off, they go supernova. That takes a lot of surmountable energy. And this energy is like a force wind that goes into that environment, and it attacks the narcissist's mind. It attacks the narcissist's behavior. He's almost confused as to what is going on. And that power, a greater narcissist now can stand against a super impact if he's skilled. But a skilled impact can give that narcissist a go for his money. And what that super impact has to do is maintain that force when she's released to break him down, or she release it enough to get out of the grip, and get away, so she or he can resuscitate, because male and females are empath. A super empath is different. They are not an empath that has greater power. They are empath that has grown into greater power, grown into greater knowledge, grown into greater experience. The fact, Bobby, that you done had 5 narcissists, girl, I need to send you a paycheck, because the fact that you got through that is astronomical. But the fact that you keep experiencing that's where, sister, I would be concerned, because now you got to pick up, you got to use all that skill, because you are awesome in your skill. You are very, very principled in your skill. You have a presence about you, and you have the knowledge, you have the skill, you have the power, you have the experience, you have the knowing, you have the discernment, you have the perception, and you have everything you need to pick up even narcissists that try to gray rock. That's why they hide. See, people tell you to gray rock. The narcissists gray rock too. That's why they walk around in silence when you in the house. They try to go gray rock so you won't feel them. They're already like androids. That don't take too much for them. Okay. Elizabeth said, it is scary that you are able to leave a narcissist and then end up with another one. Well, see, let me tell you something, because it's like once you get the narcissist, it's like eating a good steak. You know, when you eat this excellent steak, and I mean, the marble in that steak is smooth as butter. And this steak is about $150. You eat it once a year. During that year, you're going to start craving that steak. And when you come back to that place, they remember you, because and the same waitress, they remember who spends all that money, who tips them great. Once you get into the narcissist, and you've had a narcissist experience, they release a frequency on your life, and that frequency is what pull other narcissists to you. That's why when you get away from them, don't think about going into another relationship. Demagnetize. This is what was keep you in a Hoover. It's when you demagnetize the Hoover. That's why I put sucked in or failed attempt, because not all Hoovers work. The Hoovers they give, when you done been through enough, you done put your walls up. You know, the Bible tells us to hold up the shield of faith. He said, wherewith we'll be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked one. So those fiery darts are missiles. Those fiery darts are strategies. Those fiery darts are schemes. So when they're strategizing against us, to get you, and what they do, they want to get you before you lock into another relationship, even though they're in one. And Terevia said, this is good information. I think I am a super empath because I've been through a lot. She said, but I keep myself. But when I do go off on people, when I go off, people can tell. Yeah, but see, a super empath, listen to this, a super empath. If you want, I always use Mother Teresa because the super empath is highly sensitive. They're highly perceptive. They're givers. They're very honest. They're very true. They're very discerning. They don't absorb like a lot of empath. People say empaths don't absorb. They do. They learn not to. You have to learn that. That's why other empaths get around other empaths and teach them how to handle the power that they have. Because a lot of people, because they feel responsible to help. They feel responsible to rescue. And that's why I did rescue addiction, especially empath. They got it really bad. They feel like they need to rescue everybody, help everybody because they know that they can. It's something intricately and distinctively inside of them that say, I can help you, but you can't help people who don't want to be helped. You may have the ability to help them, but they don't have the desire to be helped. So you have to be careful as a super empath. And that's why God raised up super empath. These are training force. These are training modules. These are your professors of the empath. Being an empath don't mean having empathy because humans can do that. Any person that a highly sensitive person, empath is different. That is the mode. Like NPD can verify a narcissist. Empath, empathy verifies them, and that's why they can go into a situation. They can pick up in that atmosphere. A robber comes in there, his energy goes off in the atmosphere, and the empath knows something is wrong here. Something is getting ready to happen here. These people need to be safe, and so the empath start taking and trying to maneuver. And if they can't maneuver, the empath will leave the place so they can get help because the empath can pick up the mindset, pick up the vibes, pick up the frequency. And some narcissists, being with empaths, have learned how they work. And a lot of the narcissists love them because they use them. They use them for their benefit. They take the empath with them. The empath picked up the environment, tell the narcissist. The narcissists know how to flow in and out. So a narcissist sometimes will hoover the empath, so he used them as a tool of progression, a tool of recognition. And that's why I was talking about the different kind of hoovers. You're not hoover just to be with the narcissist. They got different kind of needs, different kind of fuels, so they hoover you different. Their need for you is different. And Bobby says, you are so right with all that you say about me. She said, and 5 knocks. She said, because I have survived them, and that's why I'm here to help my sisters and brothers and to empower them and to help them from their not. Absolutely. And Kimberly say yes, indeed. You know, and that's why we come as a family. I'm going to tell you something. Don't you feel bad when you feel like you failed or you feel like I can't get over them. You know, I know they're bad for me, but I keep thinking about them. I keep wanting them. If you put salt on your tongue, guess what you're going to want? Water. Because that salt is going to demand a quenching of the thirst. You can drink soda, you can drink juice, but nothing is going to satisfy but that water. And that's what the narc did. Put salt on your tongue and they become your water. They become what they want to satisfy you. And like Bobby, you know, super empath that have the experience, she's skill. She know how to take you. And the one thing about an empath will not wrong you unless they go wrong. When an empath go left, you got hell on your hands, because just like they're extra sensitive, extra caring, extra loyal, when they get deeply wounded and forget who they are, immediately empaths need to come around that empath to bring them back to their person. Or they can be very, very mean. They can have outbursts, temper tantrums, and I mean the fight zone. You have not seen a fight until you get an empath that goes left and cut themselves off from who they really are. You would think they are a narc, but they are not. They are not a narcissist. They just have cut off the element of truth of who they are. And that's why we do empath conferences. We take other empaths to help other empaths. And you know, when this COVID is over, we will do empath sessions, because extra sensitive people need to be around extra sensitive people. And those of you who are not empath, you have something called perception. Those of you who are Christian, discernment. You can be very perceptive. You can have tremendous discernment, because there's highly sensitive people that are not empaths, but yet they are highly sensitive, and they know they're good at people character. They're good at making choices of an environment that they got in, because they got enough skill. They know all of these things put together equal this, where the empaths go in and all of their brain that is different. They know when the empath say something, they know. That's why when an empath doubt themselves, don't doubt yourself. You know what you feeling. 99 times 99, you're feeling right. She said, I pick up on everything, and it's hard to regulate. See, Thomas, it's only hard to regulate until you get around regulators. She said, it's a gift, very spiritual, a gift from God. Absolutely. But you can regulate it. You just have to get around regulators. Impact, like prophets, have to be around prophets, because prophets are so different, and sometimes they can be so weird until people don't understand them, and so they feel out of sorts because people don't understand them, and they got all this information that they're getting from God, and they're having to give it out, and people are not convinced that what they're saying is true, but they know that it's true, and they know that they can help them. You have to be around empaths, and you will soon begin to know who you are. There's some good programs that are on about empath uprising, and there's another young lady which I love the way she teaches. And so you get around people who are very, very knowledgeable about being an empath, because every day you're using it. Every day you're walking in it. Every day you're denying it, or every day you're owning it. You are using it every day. And that's the way it is with those of us who are with the narcissist. Things are happening to you every day when you are being a Hoover, and what is happening is that triggers you. Some of you got Hoover and you know you were being Hoover. Now you find yourself thinking about the narcissist. You going about your way, and then some of you now that actually went on social media, you are looking for them. Then you're looking to see that they text message you, and you're waiting for that text message. Then you'll go back to old familiar places, or you'll look at a cologne they used to wear, a perfume they used to wear, or you'll go to a part of the house where they used to sit, because you find yourself ruminating. And what has happened, they know they tapped in, because there's a soul tie. If you've been with them, slept with them, spent time with them, there is a soul tie. And the only way you do that is you have to break that soul tie with that narcissist, because your soul is tied, and you have to untie your soul with that narcissist, because every person that narcissist been with, when they come back to you, they're bringing all of those souls and tying them into your souls. That's why some of you got habits. You never had these habits. You're having emotional occurrences. You never had that, because the narcissist went somewhere and he brought that emotion back. He brought that soul tie back, because narcissists take on and they mirror other people, and you can tell that the narcissist now is not the same narcissist when you left. They've expanded, because they've expanded with new supply. And if they're hoovering you and you ever talk to them because you have kids together, you can tell that they're different in the way they talk. They're different in the way they do. And if you have allowed yourself to be hoovered in there, the way that they love you or make love with you is different. Y'all never did that, because they've been out and about, and they're bringing that back. See, Thomas said, that's exactly what's happening to me. Absolutely. And then we have, is that Shalonda? Listen to what she said. She said, I've gray rocked my husband. She said, but how do I explain to my adult children to not get Hoover by their dad in this season? You have to locate where they are, because they could be flying monkeys. And usually when the dad has his tentacles in them. If you say something about the father, they're going to rebel because 9 times out of 10, the dad is talking. They always do a smear campaign. When they lose, when they can't get their way, they smear their supply. They're going to talk bad about you because that's the weapon of choice. That's what they have. They destroy your name. They destroy your image. And sometimes the children are so hungry for the dad if they didn't have him, or so hungry for the mom because they didn't have them, until whatever they say just to get that attention, the children will go with them. But if you have a conversation with your child and understand with your child, you can build a fence in their mind and around them that the narcissist cannot penetrate. She said, Apostle need to describe me to the T. Oh, okay. She said, because I am a prophet and I do not know about that. And people think I'm crazy when I say things and they happen. She said, and they come back to me saying you were right. Absolutely. Because it's not you, it's what God gives you. I can't apologize for what God gives me. And I won't apologize if you don't receive it. I won't feel bad. You're just a messenger. I have truth for you. This is the message for you. You determine what you're going to do with it. My job is to deliver the mail. And once you deliver the mail, that's it. I'm not responsible for the content. I'm responsible to make sure I get the content right before I give to you. But I'm not responsible for the content. Okay, Shalonda said the children are seeing for themselves. Then you got a head start. Once the children see for themselves, a narcissist is so self-centered until it's going to turn them off because it's not even about them. They want the dad to love them. It ain't about them. It's about him. After a while, they be like, I'm out of here because these adult children. And so what you have to do is every hole inside of them, close those holes through prayer, close those holes through time, through fellowship, through loving them. Close the holes in their soul, and no one can just put trash in it. Bobby said, thank you. I am willing to help any way I can. Okay. Bunny said, I have been so depleted by my narcissist that there is so little of me, of my life. Okay, you're saying so little life left inside of you. These programs like this, live program, are you hearing your fellow brothers and sisters talk? This family, that's why I call them my YouTube family. We are a family. And I tell you, somebody has been to a place and to a level that you've not been, and you have been to a level that they've not been. And so we can interchange information and we will heal. You will not die, and you feel like you have no life. I lose the anointing that when you get off of here, you will feel life in you. You will feel life resonate. You will feel rejuvenated because life, there's so much in you. There's so much in you until you cannot let the narcissist take it. Because they will. And like the narcissist was telling her to commit suicide, that's the ultimate trophy for a person to die, because then that's God. You kill yourself for your God. And then narcissists feel like I'm God. I was so important to her until I was the most important thing. She was willing to give her life for me. Nobody do that but Jesus Christ. And so the narcissists then put themselves in the situation of calling themselves God. That's why the narcissists, when they hoover you, look at the Hoover, how they're dealing the Hoover. Some of them are stalking you. Some of them are calling you. Some of them are getting involved. They wasn't involved with the children. All of a sudden, they're getting involved with the children. And you are saying, wow, they're finally caring. They're not caring. You being Hoover, a distant Hoover. They are throwing in the bait to see how much of it you bite. And if you bite the bait, they know what kind of pressure it takes to pull you in. Bunny said, they do feel like they're God. Absolutely. Joanne said, the blood of Jesus. Right, Joanne. And Shalonda says, wow. She said, my adult children are totally in by my husband, the narcissist, are taken in. See, that's why you have to pray. Bunny, you have to pray on that one because they're hungry. Teaser said, how do you find yourself again? She said, I'm a shell of myself and I don't know how to get my light, my spark. She said, do you recommend any books that I can read? I got a whole slew of books that you can read. I want you to write me at Destiny Helper 12s at gmail.com. Destiny Helper 12s at gmail.com. I want you to write me Destiny Helper 12s at gmail.com. And let's recommend some books. I also do sessions. You probably want to book a couple of sessions with me. Book a couple of sessions with me. Let's tread some things and talk about some things, and I can give you a booster. And if we find that you need something like a professional counselor, a psychiatrist, psychologist, and what you can do is you want to make sure they specialize in the field or they'll think something wrong with you. And Karma said, I want to bind all destruction, demonic spirits on tonight. She said, can you speak in tongues for us? Well, let me think about that one, okay? Let me think about that one. Let me be triggered by the Lord for that one. She said, my adult children needs him as far, she said, as for what he is. She said, they just don't know nothing about the preacher they are complained to all the time. Instead, they are sick of their dad. Let me see. I don't think I'm getting that, Jesus girl. Let me read that again. She said, you are not alone, Tisa. You are not. Never. Never. You know, God has you are fearfully and wonderfully made. The narcissists want you because you are. They recognize the power of who you are. They didn't just get you because you were nothing. They got you because you're everything they ever wanted to be. What they want to be, you are. You're pure. You care about people. You love people, and that's what they want. They can't do that, so they chose you to do it through by doing it through you. They chose you to do it for them. Whatever they don't have, you have it. You have power, you have strength. The stronger your narc is showing you how strong you are. They didn't choose you because you were weak. Sometimes the narcissist would choose the vulnerable narcissist. A master narcissist must have a vulnerable narcissist because a regular person they will crush. So two narcs hooks up together. So you're not a narcissist. So the narcissist sees something in you that is so powerful, but they can't have it. They can't even register in that module. But what happened? You gave yourself away and you didn't replenish. You kept giving out and giving out and giving out and giving out. This is why, once again, I'm talking about the empath. Other empaths go into a warfare arena and we pull other empaths out because their empaths keep giving and giving and giving and fighting and fighting and fighting, and they will get no reprieve. We pull them out and we tell them, breathe. Breathe. Just breathe, honey, because you don't have to keep fighting. And I'm telling you, Teaser, you breathe. You're not going to lose yourself. You're not a shell. You are a beautiful person and you would thrive again. We're going to get that spark back into your eyes. But a lot of times when you still in the environment, that's still the negative pull. So Teaser, are you still with the narcissist or have you went NC? Global Music is clapping their hands. She said, yes, our anointing attracts them and attract a lot of them to families, friends, absolutely. And Karma said, she said, something they want to control, but they don't have the dominion of the Lord to do so. Absolutely, absolutely. That's why they're there. And Tamara said, I can feel the ex-covert narcissist husband spirit. That's a dangerous spirit. It's a violent spirit. That's a dangerous spirit. But see, the husband spirit won't work for him. It'll work against him. A husband spirit work against the narcissist and work for you. So usually a husband spirit comes down generationally. They say come from the narcs. No, the incubus, succubus, you can deal with those spirits, but a husband spirit protects the female and takes the woman from the husband, and you can have physical manifestation where the husband get thrown off, and so nah, he act like a husband spirit, but the husband spirit in your house is there for you. It'll keep every man away from you. It'll keep females away from you, but it'll keep prosperity away from you. It'll keep life away from you where you're drained. You can feel an entity in the house, and sometimes he'll breathe on you. He will let you know that he's there. That's when the narc leave, because he's going to put that bad boy out, because nobody's going to touch you but that demonic force, because a husband spirit is never from God. That is a demon force that wants to take the place of a physical man, but he don't have a body. Now what could happen if that demon spirit wants to get in a body? He can definitely use the narcissist, but he will fight him and control him at the same time. I hope I'm making sense here. She said, I believe the narc started to devalue me after he saw me preaching. His sister and her husband invited me to preach at their church, and he would always mention that they never invited him. Jealousy. I got a video dealing with jealousy of the narcissist. Anytime you do better than the narcissist, or the narcissist think that you do better, you're getting ready to get devalued. You're getting ready to get discarded. Discard doesn't always mean they leave. Sometimes silence happens before the in-house discard. The discard is when you feel that they've cut you off, they separated you, and they may go to silence. Silence don't always mean a discard, because sometimes, just like an android, the narcissist done spent so much fuel, he'll go back home to his regular supply and he gets quiet. There's nothing wrong with him. He's neutral. He'll do what he's supposed to do. He's just quiet. He's refueling to go back out and triangulate. She said, my narcissist spirit husband doesn't protect me. He throws me under the bus constantly, even to our own grown kids. Yeah. That's about right. So you are still with the narcissist. You are still with the narcissist and this Bunny. So you still are there with them. Bunny, how long have you been with him? She said, you are teaching tonight. She said, I felt heaviness in my house after I declined the Hoover. Yeah, get that out. You could speak to it. You got power. This is a voice operated kingdom. And you know, they said the power of encouraging yourself, the power of saying over and over. The Bible tells us that. The Bible said we meditate on the word day and night. Meditate means to mutter. It means to speak. It means to pronounce over and over and over. And sometimes you have to look yourself in the mirror and you have to say, hey girl, you ain't going here. You better get up. You are stronger than this. You are more powerful than this. If nobody would talk to you, you talk to yourself. And see, teaser, you're going to have to talk to yourself more. 9 times out of 10, he will isolate you. Anytime the enemy isolate you, he wants to isolate you for total domination. Isolation is dangerous when you're on the edge. She says, so is the primary spouse. Okay. She said 2 months free of the narc, and this is, oh, Jonathan. He said 2 months free of the narc. The first week I slept like a baby. The second week, she said tears. Third week, fog cleared up. 4 through 7 week, ooh, this is good. Journaling. This week, online shopping and cologne spraying. Ooh, Jonathan, I'm hugging you. I'm loving you. Yay. Good for you. Good for you. Are you hearing that? Teaser, are you hearing that? That's going to be you, little princess. That is going to be you. That's going to be you getting your strength back, getting your life back, and smelling the fragrance of life. Life is so huge. And you know what? We are bad mama jammers because we survive. I survived it. They used to have a program on TV, and it was like a documentary of different people going through different things. And you know what they said? I survived. They thought I wasn't going to make it, but I survived. And I'm here to talk about it. We are here to talk about it. Teaser, you are going to talk about it. I lose strength to you. I lose power to you. I loose you in the name of Jesus, in the victory, in the power you are. For those of you who are not Christians, because you're not all Christian, I am a believer. So if you give me this space right here, I just want to encourage my sister. And you encourage her your way, and I'm going to encourage her my way. Jesus girl said, what is it when you feel the narcissist in the back of you running back and forth like he's trying to push you over? Bind that spirit. There may be a spiritual force. There may be a spiritual force, because sometimes it's more than them. And you'll tell, just like that narcissistic stare. I'm going to do another video on that. You can tell when there is another element with them. And it's a force. Like you're walking down the stairs and you feel something behind you. There's nobody there. And you can feel something trying to push you and you go, no. Or you can feel a presence in the room. They will not push you. You bind every violent spirit. You say, my life is within me. No one would take my life. No one teaser would take my mind. You speak to your mind. I have a strong mind. My mind is in power. I'm able to think. All thoughts, fog, leave. I'm gaining strength every day. Every day I'm getting stronger and stronger and stronger. I'm gaining my strength. Every day I'm getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Every day I'm getting stronger and stronger. You say it when you go to the bathroom. You say it when you're washing dishes. You say it while you're cooking. You say it while you're cleaning. I'm getting stronger and stronger. My mind is getting stronger. What weakness you have and you have notated, start speaking strength to that. Start speaking life to that. And Jonathan said, the female knock tried to take me out. He said, but I heard an old song that said, somebody prayed for me. She said, they had me on their mind and took time to pray for me. She said, I'm so glad they prayed. And I did too. Absolutely marvelous. That is wonderful right there. And Carmen said, bind all of them. She said, I'd like to see I'd like to see a part 2 of your generational curses, binding affirmation and videos. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You have to go on the church, and I got them. I think I got about 3 parts. She said, I'm so glad to be here tonight. She said, a lot of what you all are feeling is real. She said, I'm constantly rebuking these spirits. This is Kimberly. Good girl. And Jesus, girl Betty said, I feel them in the back of me all the time pushing. Yes, I will. Yeah, you push back. You push back. You got to have some fight back to get through this. You do. You have to have some fight back. She said, yes, I am getting stronger and stronger. And she said, and the fog is clearing up. Pinky K, every day, every day. And you got your posse right here cheering you on every single day, saying that you can make it, saying that you will make it, saying that you won't go down. You won't go down, but you will get up. It is time for you to rise again. You will rise again, and you will stay up on your feet. You will not bend and you will not break. Just when it seemed like you're going to break, you will rise up into the authentic self, into your authentic self. The authenticity that God has placed in you is powerful. You know, you got energy. Your brain energy doesn't stay in your mind. It goes throughout the room. That's why I impact and pick it up, because it comes out of your mind. Honey, fill your space with the grace that God's given you, the power that God's given you. And sometimes you have to open your mouth. If you have to write it down, you can't talk out loud. The narc is there. Write it on the page. I am powerful. I am strong. I increase. I will not go down. Write it. Get you a journal and write, because when you write your mind, you are saying your mind, and your mind recognizes those as words, and your mind will put a volume to those words on the paper. And the more intense you are in writing them, the louder they are in your mind. You don't have to speak out loud when you can't, but I am talking out loud. And what do we have here? Soul Sister said, dealing with the narcissist in spiritual warfare. These individuals are demon possessed. She said, only Yahweh God can deliver them, and He's on the inside of you. That's why the Bible said, no weapon formed against you shall be able to prosper. Absolutely none. Absolutely none. And so that means anything they plan, anything they scheme, anything they strategize, it won't work. Any tactics they do, their warfare is blown up. You know, it's like running on the ground, but you are in the air with bombs. And as you drop this bomb, you explode, they explode miserably. That's why a lot of times you think that you are being discarded, because a lot of times it ain't even that they degrade you, it's that they can't handle the energy that you're pulling out, because we do get tired and said, enough is enough. I'm done with you, boy. I'm done with you. I'm done. I'm finished. It's time for you to move, because I'm finished. A narcissist knows when it's over for them, especially the covert. You know, you think they're so powerful. They're only powerful because they're dominant, because you give them that space. But when you start to stand up, you can see how weak they are. They're not as powerful as you thought. Man, I just love you all. I love you, love you, love you all. You look at the power on this tonight. Look at the power on this program. This is fire. I love it. I love you guys. Let's see. Pinky said, yes and amen, Apostle Sadler. She said, I am so grateful to be here on this platform with everyone else that experienced and still experiencing narcissist abuse. Oh, yes, ma'am. Where is Bobby? Yeah, we need to hear Bobby. Bobby needs to be saying something right now. And then we have Sharon. Sharon said, my husband is rushing me to sign divorce paper, and I'm not comfortable meeting with the lawyers. I blocked him, and he still tried to contact me. I also want to come and get papers and want to come get paper from me. She said, and I don't want to see them. Let me tell you something. Let him do what he has to do, because he probably made a promise to someone else. A narcissist, you could break up today and they're married tomorrow. They'll just do whatever time it takes, 30 days, and you can remarry again, and they will, because they don't marry for covenant. They marry for supply. They marry for fuel. And so when he's leaving you, he's already probably triangulating someone else, and he done seen that fuel. But they're never finished. They're never finished. Usually the narcissists never, hardly ever do the final discard. You do that. And so especially be careful what you got. If you have little children, be careful of your words. Be careful of what you do. Make sure when you get you a lawyer, you get you a lawyer that is familiar with NPD. And then you pray against any kind of persuasion and influence in that courtroom that they give off that will bring that judge mind to confusion and fog. No truth, loyalty from the narcissist, none. She said, wow, yes, that is true. She said, how is it when two narcs marry? They can't. Two narcs can marry. One is going to be vulnerable. There's always going to be whirlwind. There's always going to be competition. There's always going to be challenge. You always have the master narc, and then you have the subservient narc. And when they get in that the grounds are established during love bombing. And they recognize each other sometimes. You'll be amazed at what they see and what they recognize. You're not going to have two strong narcs that get together and marry. No, you don't have two mountains running, bumping up against each other. You can have a mountain and a hill. No. So you will always have the vulnerable narcissist and the master. The master always rule, and the vulnerable narcissist always bend, even though they have similar characteristics. They never rule. Two rulers will never be in the house with a narcissist. One will always dominate, even if they have to subtract the other person. Let me see. She said, Mom, you have researched and know a lot of vulnerable information about NPD concerning this topic. You know what, baby girl? 31 years. How about that? 31 years. Got a lot of years under my belt. She said, narc husband turned out turn my 3 children against me. It is painful beyond belief because he's answering some in them, baby. And they feel like that. He's answering some in them. And the narcissist knows that. And when they answering some in them, they feel obligated to be with him. They feel obligated and they don't want to displease them. What you have to bind is the spirit of persuasion. The spirit of persuasion goes out and it's a dominant force. And it's a dominant force to get involved with your will where you feel the need to please them. You need to feel the need to subject to them. That is persuasion. And a lot of times narcissists get in courts and that's what happens. The spirit of persuasion get in that courtroom and the judge don't even know he got all the evidence that is against the narc and he turned everything over to the narc. There may be pedophile behavior. Turn it over to there. So when you go, you have to use the same thing they use, spiritual connotation, to bring that down and ask God to give you the wisdom and allow your strength to be portrayed. Now, if they can use the spirit of persuasion, then God, give that to me. Let me be persuasive. Give that to my lawyer. Let my lawyer be persuasive. Give me the wisdom to have the right documents I'm needing. Keep documents, notate payments, notate visitation, notate incident, notate abuse moment, that you can get a document occurrence that will assist you and bag you up. If you're recognizing foul play, get you a counselor. Take them to a counselor. A counselor know how to reach that child at whatever level they are. And if they reach that child and it's proven that there has been misbehavior, that will go on your side and it will also limit them, because now there is a documentation that says you can't come in so many feet with this child, and if this child is in a place, you cannot be there. So you got things at hand for you, but when you are so drowned in the relationship with the narcissist, when you are so covered by the fog of the narcissist and confusion that's in your mind and your will seem like it has been captured, so you don't have the ability to break out into your strength mode, then the narcissist gain muscle mass in their relationship. Even if they leave, they can come back and hoover you because you're wide open. And then some of you may even put yourselves out for a hoover because you think you would rather have the narcissist. And then when the narcissists come back, you remember why you wanted them gone. You remember why you didn't want to be with them. But when they are gone, you start missing them. You only think of the good things. You have to think of everything. That's why I say keep a journal, write it down so you can provoke your memory. Why do I want this dude to come back? Why do I want her to come back? I've been miserable for 10 years. Why do I want him to come back? Each year that goes for my life is the best year leaving. Now I need to get up an upgrade so my best year can be coming. She said, what do you do if your attorney is a narcissist and you cannot afford another one? And she is my second one and she has narcissistic traits. Oh, that can be your best one. If she's a narc, oh my God, they don't always protect each other. Your money can hire her. Pray that God will use it for your benefit. Because that means she ain't touched by his feelings. She ain't touched by any emotions. That means she gonna go in there and this tiger gonna move. Her eyes are red, her intents are set, and she's very focused. And she's saying he did this and she needs this and she wants this, and we got evidence, we got proof. These are the facts. It's not bad to have a narcissist that's an attorney that may work on your behalf, because then the other side, there ain't nothing they can do to her. She's already set. She ain't moved by them. She ain't moved by what they got. None of that. Absolutely none of that. Work it, girl. Work it for your good. Ask God to give you full benefit. The Bible says he daily load you with benefit. Daily load this lawyer, Lord. She's one of my benefit packages. Jesus girl said, I am so glad you are on YouTube. She said, you have blessed my whole life and given me strength, you and your daughter. Oh, yes. Carmen Bryan, Dr. Carmen Bryan, that is my princess, and I love her because she loves you guys. She loves you guys from her heart, and she spent a lot of times in study, a lot of times in prayer. You all are in her heart like you are in my heart. And Kimberly said, work it. That's what I'm talking about. Joanne said, yes, this is true. I went through that for so many years. Save my messages that they leave on your phone. Yep. She said, and they know, she said, and they knew they are recorded and it can be used in the court. It took 6 years before I knew that I won. Oh my God. 6 years. 6 years of torment, 6 years of delay. Let us see here. Bonnie said, my grown kids barely talk to me. They are talking to their daddy, the narc. She said, and they want to please him. She said, I am disabled and have nowhere to go. I loose the anointing. Disabled people can have conquered mountain climbing, conquer deep sea diving, conquer running. Baby, you're not disabled. You're handy capable. Take what is weak and see how to use it. You've given your life to other people for so long, you doing it again. So you gave it to the narc. You cannot vouch for what your children thinking. You have to let them think it while you pray. Your prayers are powerful. Your mind is powerful. When you get up and live, that's what you got to do. As long as you see yourself as in a vulnerable state, setback, that's gonna make them happy. You're giving them fuel. Take their fuel away. If you take the food away from a person, from an animal, they starve to death. What happens when people start starving? They lose sight, they lose energy, they lose momentum, they lose weight. Take the weight of it out of this situation. You get up, you feed yourself, you get books. You look at these programs. These programs are not just programs. I'm not just on here and just talking. No, I am releasing power. I'm releasing might. Might is the supernatural ability to do anything, to conquer everything. You can do anything that your mind say you can. Build your mind, build your mind, build your mind and strengthen your mind. Because that is what you can do. You are handy capable, princess. Not disabled. They are disabled. Hate is disabled. Death is disabled. Evil is disabled. You are loving and caring. Then gain your strength. The Bible says love cannot fail. It cannot fail you, princess. You are more powerful than you believe. You just got to get around powerful people. Keep looking at these videos. Keep getting around powerful people. Keep letting these people talk to you. Keep hearing the word. Put me on. Put Dr. Brian on. Put Assistant Direct on. Come on. Put Enlightened Target. Put them on. Put on people that will strengthen you. And listen to them, and listen to them, and listen to them. Even when your mind's, I don't want to hear another thing about a narc. That's when you need to hear more. You can do this. You've been made to be built. You've been made to be strong. Okay, guys, we got a few more minutes on. Dr. Les Carter. Yes, Shalonda, I love him. Good girl. Good girl. Absolutely. She said, take the fuel away from them. Absolutely, Shalonda. And see, here is Bunny. Woo, Bunny, you're on. I was looking for you. I have scoliosis and I can barely walk. She said, got ready to go for a third spinal surgery. It's a nightmare. Father, in the name of Jesus, right now, God, I pray for her. I pray for her spine in the name of Jesus. God, I pray that you do supernaturally what no one can do. And every surgery, let it be successful in the name of Jesus. God, send people that will strengthen her. Father, I'm calling an empath. I'm calling on the empaths to strengthen her. She needs empath. She needs prophet. She needs the gift of mercy. She needs the gifts of compassion, these healing gifts around her. I lose healers to her in the name of Jesus. After being separated, is that 43 years? I just boxed him on social media or blocked him. She said, it is sad. It is. She said, pray that my children return to me and that the judge is held accountable for making a bad decision. And who is this? And this is Lily Art Therapy. Do anybody have any objection that I pray? If you object that I pray, just say me. Just say me. If you object, because I'm getting ready to do a mass prayer here. We're getting ready to get some victory here. Everybody on here don't mind if I pray. If you meditate, you do whatever you do right now. Because what I do is pray. I pray to Jesus. And you pray to whoever you pray to. But I'm getting ready to pray. And Anna said pray. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, she said Jesus, Yeshua, pray. Everybody saying, girl, you better pray. I am praying for supernatural empowerment. I am praying for supernatural understanding. I am praying for supernatural revelation. I am praying for supernatural strategy. I am praying for physiological strength, psychological strength. I am praying in the deep corridors of your imagination that you get strengthened. I'm praying that every weak moment that broke you down in the presence of this narcissist be the strength of you in the name of Jesus. I am praying that you understand where you are. That's what I pray. I pray that your greatness be like a flower that the rain hits and you begin to bud and your fragrance begin to come out. Girl, and that you will run in your mind, run in your dreams, run in your business, your vision, that you will run in your plans, that your plans will be developed, that the opportunities that you gave up, you would get back, dreams that you let go, you would get back. You are dreamers and you're going to get it back. I command you 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 to walk. I command you to rise up. You can't barely walk. Strength be to you where you do walk. Even if it's one step at a time, each step you get stronger. 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 Strength, strength, strength be to you. And we won't stop loving you. We won't stop holding you up. We won't stop embracing you. If you fall, we'll come get you. If you're in the mud, we will wash you. You can never do anything to turn us away. You can never be so bad. You can never be so evil. We've all been there. And we love you. We love you. We love you. I love you. And you got to love you. Say, I love me. Let me hear everybody say that. I love me. Say it. I love me. Let me hear you say it. Write it. Don't write anything else. Just say, I love me. Come on. Yeah. I love me. There you go. Everybody that's on here. I love me. Come on. I love me. Let me see it. I love me. There you go. There you go. There you go. Come on. I love me. Yes. There you go. I love me. You are valuable. You are precious. Ooh, Tisa said, I love me. Tisa, come on. Come on. Give me a big hug. Right here, Tisa. Just give me a big hug. Big, 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 big hug. Everybody, just grab Tisa and give Tisa a big hug. Everybody on, just love on her. Just love on her until she feel it. She sense it. And when she get off this program, this girl feel like she can run up Mount Everest. Come on. Just love on her. We are here for you. We are here for you. Yeah, it looked like you're not going to win, but you're winning. You're winning now because you're here. It took a lot to be here. You are winners. WINNERS. I'm talking to all winners. Loser, narcissist. Winner, us. We win. We win. We'll win. It's that Tableau. We'll win. Shalonda, Tiza, Tawana, yeah. Shy, we'll win. Isolot, we're winning. We're winning. And that's Tony, we're winning. Jesus Girl, we're winning. True Essence, we're winning. Soul Sisters, oh, we're winning. We're winning. We are popular. We are popular in the win circle. We are champions in the win circle. Hey, guys. Man, I know I'm going to sleep tonight, and so will you. You are my fabulous family. You are fabulous. You are wonderful. Mwah. I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Every single day. I want you to look in the mirror, and I want you to tell yourself, I love you. No, not I love the narcissist. Yeah, he gets that. No, I love you. I love you and call your name. Helen, I love you. Say, I love you. The Bible says you're fearfully and wonderfully made. You're awesome. You are God's best display. You are his best display. Okay, I'm going to read two more and then we're going to get off. She is freshly able to do what she has to do. She said, I am disabled. She said, and they say, I am especially able to do what I do. So whoever is disabled on here, you're not the only one, the only disabled person that goes through this. And this is Taravia. She's saying she's disabled, but it's not going to stop her capacity. Your capacity is bigger than your ability. Cheers say we are winning. That's right. Is that share? Global said positive affirmation. Absolutely. Bunny said trying to rebound, but the headwinds are so strong. Don't matter. The eagle use them. The eagle fly into the storm to build its wing strength. Fly into it. Don't you quit. Don't quit. Every day, a little bit more. Every day, keep these videos going, 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 going. Listen to them, listen to them. I promise you, you keep listening to them, you're going to get stronger, you're going to get better. Every day, you're going to get stronger and stronger. Every day, you're going to get stronger and stronger. Every day, you get stronger and stronger. Every day. And every day, your enemies get weaker and weaker. But every day, you get stronger and stronger. And every day, your enemies get weaker and weaker. Hey guys, I gotta go. We've been over here a little bit over an hour. I love you. I love you so much. You know, I'll be back on. It'll be Thanksgiving. So I'm gonna come back on a little bit on Thursday and be with you live a little bit on Thursday. But I'll be back before then and I'll do a video. Please to subscribe. If you have not subscribed to my video, subscribe to that video. Push that bell. Every time I come on, you will know it. And know that in my heart, I love you to life. I'm not only an empath, I'm a prophet. And this prophet of God is here for you. I love you. I believe in you. I did it. And so will you. It doesn't matter how many years. Some of you got more years than me. You done been through more than me. And that's why you're here. So we can help each other. Is that right? All right, come on, everybody, give me kiss, give me love. Come on, put those emojis up. Give me kiss, give me love. Let me see this emojis. Come on, let me see you give me kiss and love. Give me kiss and love, give me kiss and love. Give me kiss and love. There you go, you're loving me. Come on, give me more, I need more. Give me kiss and love, give me kiss and love. There you go, put them up, put them up. Put them up. All of you got wet cheese from me, put them up. Amen. That's what I'm talking about. Vicky, hello there. Thank you for being with us. Now, those of you, you got to go, oh, look at all this love I'm getting. See? You see how we are? There's no way you can go down with all this love left on the inside of you. So, hey, everybody, I want you to go and listen to this again. Go to the replay. Listen, 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 listen. Especially to this because you were here. This was your fabulous moment. Your fabulous moment. And I appreciate you all so. And so guess what? I'm going to go now, but I'm going to see you on the next video. Know that I love you. And remember, every day, teaser, you're getting stronger and stronger. And your enemies are getting weaker and weaker. I love you. See you on the next video. Bye, fam. I see you on the next video.